Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Rome. We're going to do it this way with the circle and stuff because I'm still way too sick to fight with the green screen today. The cough is mostly gone. The worst of the fever is gone, but I'm still up and down temperature-wise. Still got congestion. The only difference is it's not packed in and thick, gooey like chunks. It's coming out now. But it is what it is. We got to have a video ready, so we're going to jump into it. I think we're going to start by talking about builds here, first of all. I think that's where we got to go. I had some stuff about the duel. I got my butt kicked in, but we'll worry about that on a day I feel better. For the moment, though, let's kind of look at what we've got. We've got the 3 Phoenix Hawks, which are great. And we've got this Wolverine, the Razor Edition, that fits in pretty well with that. So if we look, it's command mech, improved communication, so it's got a sensor range bonus. Protected actuators, so it's got a little bit more structure. Cramped quarters, right, so it's a little bit more difficult to maneuver. It's ubiquitous, so it's cheap, easy to work on. It's a Wolverine 2, so it gets bonuses to AC, projectile speed, cooldown, heat generation, missile speed, and missile cooldown. Star League, so it gets essentially the same things we've already seen, just double it up on range bonus, speed modifiers, cooldowns, optimal range, and max range. It's some Wolverine Hero armor, so we get a little bit more armor. It's got jump jets. Yes, so I think this works well as our kind of a medium recon assault lance. Our assault mediums right there. This is them. We have a number of other mediums on the board. We've got the 2 trebuchets, the Hunchback, the Enforcer, and the 2 cicadas. Now we're only going to run 1 cicada at a time because they both belong to the same pilot. So we could at this point kind of go, I don't remember which one is supposed to be the special one. Does it say if we go to barracks and we look him up? Security for the Lao Assassins. You have 2 unique cicadas. No, it doesn't matter. Okay. So, realistically, we could run either of these. Damage is really good on the Howler and not as good on the Blue. Right? Alpha damage 36, 52, 795. Okay. Speed of 133. They're both about the same speed. One is SRMs, and a lot of them, and they're tier 4. The other is medium lasers, AMS. Essentially a Jenner on crack. 6 medium lasers, 2 AM. That's actually a really good mech, despite not the huge damage. This might make a good support mech to run with our heavies because of the dual AMS. So we kind of got to figure out what we want to do there. I think at a minimum, the Wolverine takes away the 5J, right? It's our brawling medium with jump jets. I think we can get rid of that. I think we could probably also say it replaces the Enforcer, right? Our Enforcer is medium rifle, jump jets, 50 tons. This has a UAC. I think it has a UAC 5, jump jets. So I think we can go ahead and we can say these 2 mechs are automatically we're going to get rid of. Let's go ahead and strip those 2 down. It means we're going to get rid of Bernard, we're going to get rid of Raleigh. So we'll go ahead real fast. We'll go dump them. Kind of see where we stand after all this. Sorry, Barnard. Thank you for your service, buddy. Have a nice life.
This is ISIS.
Raleigh.
Pain God here.
Sorry, Pain God. Once again, thank you for your service. Off you go. All right. Let's strip all the good stuff off before we go ahead and sell the rest of their stuff. Do we have anything special on here? Honestly, it's not a bad... Yeah, I mean, medium rifle's not bad. No, we'll just strip it. Let's just strip the mech. Call it a day. Take 21 days. We've got a little bit of money. We don't have a lot. So we're going to have to make some selling these. Same thing here. The stuff that's on here is all really good. It does have endo. It's got a supercharger. Medium lasers are all really high level. So once again, we'll strip that. 51 days for this one. So let's go ahead and kick off to the first one here. The 21 days for that. Okay, Battle Mech Enforcer is gone along with Pain God. All right, got us a little bit of money there. The next question is Hunchback and Trebuchet. Now, we keep Oliver no matter what. He's a member pilot, so the mech goes, it's not that big a deal. Honestly, at this point, we could boost it, but its damage per second of 808. I mean, pinpoint 40.25 damage is pretty good, but I would say, generally speaking, the blue kind of fills that role. 6 mediums, right? 2 AMS. Now, this has a few more mediums. You know, it's got 8. It doesn't have the AMS, but it's a whole lot faster. 64 versus 133. So I think we can reasonably say that the Hunchback can go away. And maybe we run Coyote in the Howler and we run Oliver in the blue. I think that would be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. And we will go ahead and strip it. Loadout. Is there anything on it? Honestly, it's got some double heat sinks. I'm going to snag the one tier 2. Well, we'll get the medium lasers out. Start work. 20 days. All right. Timeline. You know, I said the fever comes and goes. I am getting significantly warmer as we sit here. Is thermal regulation important for mammalian biology? I hope not. I don't seem to have it at the moment. All right, so Hunchy goes. Got ourselves a little bit more money. So the question is, what do we do with the 5N? I like the 5N a lot. It jumps. It's got LRMs. We kind of have a new LRM support mech, though. We have the Jaeger. Now, all of the negatives people gave me about taking a rifle brawling, they actually apply to this mech. Not so much the Rifleman, but they definitely do apply to this one with this loadout. This is a great loadout, don't get me wrong. I love this with the 2 LRMs, the AC2s, it's great. It has a speed of 64, so it is completely incapable of dictating range. It does not have a knockout punch good enough to actually kill anything at range, so if something wants to be closer, it will be closer. So if we want to keep this, we're going to need to do something else to it. We can keep the weapon systems, don't get me wrong, but we need to boost the armor, we need to be able to boost the speed probably. This is pretty easy. We put this on here, we hit max armor. That's an extra 96 armor right there. That's still not great. 352 is still less than the Rifleman has, at 5 tons less, but it's better. AC2, we've got better AC2s. We can replace those. There we go. LRM 15s I might not have better. Not really. We've combined stuff into kind of stuff, you know? We could. No, I don't think 2's enough to get up to another 2. I was going to say, potentially, we could combine these 2 and have 2 tier 2s. Let's see what happens if we do that. I'll put one of these back on. The good one, if I can find it now. Where'd it go? There we go. Let's start it like that for now. Might be able to do like a, well, I don't know there's much more we can do with it, actually. I mean, we could give it an XL potentially, since it's not going to be able to take damage. So this one is going to be Bowser. So let's go ahead and fire Bowser real fast. Sorry, Bowser. Thank you for your service. Have a nice life. Let's get into this one. Now this one does have an XL, so we could actually take that XL there and put it on to the Jaeger. Again, we don't want the Jaeger to get hit, but some extra speed, and maybe combined with the supercharger would allow him to get to where he needs to get to. Entirely possible. Let's go weapon upgrades. Was that enough for our LRM 15? It was not. Okay. Oh well. AC2 we could go ahead and boost. We'll keep boosting. Let's get some tier 2s at least out of all this. Small lasers, let's stick with what we've got. Infernos will stick with what we've got. So let's go ahead and timeline here. Trench bucket is 10 more days. I'm going to go ahead and do the next one as well. Jaeger's not going to be done for 12 more. I do really want to look at it. So let's go ahead and let's get up to it. I'm going to skip this one this time. We just recently did this one. I think we're fine. Go without it this time. So we'll go ahead and sell this. We'll go ahead and sell this. Got a little bit of money. Cold storage, yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at our loadout here. The other one we obviously want to work on is the Warhammer. So we can go here. We now have an XL. We can throw that in there. What's heat like? 2.1. We've got... Do we want to go double? That's a lot for a mech that honestly isn't spectacular, but it is what it is. We go case. We do have a case. I would like to do a UAV drone on it. I would like to do supercharger on it. Okay. Now we could just do a bigger engine on it too at this point. There's not much. Do we have AMS? No. Max armor? Yeah. Yeah, I think we can go with a bigger. We can go case if we want. We do have a case. Right, so we can put a case here. We go LRM, AC2. Hope we're okay there. We do have that other. I put an LRM 5 on there. That's part of the problem. I could have sworn I had a better LRM 15 stream, not an LRM 5 stream. That's okay. We'll put them back on. There we go. That takes us up to 64, so we're actually pretty close. So we could potentially go to 265 if we have one. I do have one. 14 tons versus 13.5. Yeah, we may as well. Get a little bit more speed out. Oh, we've got even more than that. We've got an extra ton. Okay. There we go. So that gets us a speed of 68 plus the supercharger. So an extra 50%. So we're talking, you know, essentially 100 on boost, which is not enough to keep us away from mediums or lights with jump jets, but it should be enough to keep us away from most heavies and assaults, and it can sit back and do what it needs to do. I think that will be okay. Heat's not huge, but it's 2. I think it'll be okay. If it's far back, it's not going to be using the medium lasers, excuse me, that much anyway. I may as well leave it on missile boat. That will be fine. Sensors, see if we can get it some more range, and we'll call it a day. Any upgrades that this thing needs? That's probably a good one. Missile clusters is probably a better one. Ballistic damage, I'm not sure we need more range and velocity with the AC2s, but I think ballistic damage may not hurt. And I think... and we'll go lock time. You know what? We may as well just throw some money at it. There we go. So I think that one's good. The question is, what do we do with the Warhammer? Let's take a look at it real fast. If we do a repair all, we're still short the XL. Do not have another XL. We put it on the... Do I have another PPC? I do. I've got an ER PPC I could use. Do we have a regular PPC? Yes. The question is, what do we want to do with this? Double heat sinks. Do I have more double heat sinks? Nope. Wish we did. As it stands right now, it ain't great. It ain't great. It's got the medium short burst. It's got the PPC. So it's not terrible. It's got a speed of 64. It's your standard heavy speed. Nothing crazy about that. The endo gives us some more weight, which we've mostly used with heat sinks at the moment. So 2.2. But this thing is a hot mech. We could potentially go with some double heat sinks. Let's get rid of all the regular heat sinks, all the singles. See where we are if we put 8 doubles in there. All right, we're already over where we were before. I'm gonna put one more here. There we go. That leaves us 6 tons. Our cooling's better. Our armor's pretty close to max as it is, so we're not gonna find more there. The question is, do we want to do anything else? Because right now, this is pretty bad DPS for this size mech. We could potentially put an LRM back on it. Certainly an issue. Certainly something we could do. We could go for some sort of ballistic. We do have a really good light rifle on there. But I don't know. I don't think one light rifle, I just don't think damage per second of 1.73 versus this, you know, I mean, it's not any better than our cheapest medium laser, right? So I don't think it's worth putting on. Could go with some machine guns. We could go with something bigger, like this, right? We take off 4 of those, that gives 4 tons, but we would need ammo. So we're talking 6 tons to go with, at a minimum, to go with a medium rifle on there, which we could potentially come up with, right? Because if we take off these, all of a sudden our heat becomes a much less of an issue, right? So now we could put the 2 racks on here. That's a lot of tonnage though. And I don't know that, look, I've defended this thing as far as DPS goes. 5 DPS is a lot. But unless you get close, you're just going to sandblast everything because of bullet deviation, right? Wet bullet spray. You have to be close with this thing to turn it from what's the word I'm looking for? I've just completely forgotten it. You put rusty parts into this thing and you hit them and it sprays sand and stuff at them. One of those into a power drill, right? If you get close, these can do really well because you can put all the damage onto one kind of armor section, one body section, CT, left T, whatever, arm, leg, something like that. But at any sort of range, the spray, projectile spread, you can see 2 meters at 350. It's not as useful. It's not as useful. So I'm not sure about that. I don't really see anything else in here that I care about. We put an AC5 on it, I guess. That wouldn't be terrible. With just the one, we could do that. Let's see, if I put one up here. Here, we'll put this here for the moment. What does that say? It says our DPS goes up to 8. We're 4.5 down. So that actually hurts us. Put one here for the moment. We'll try to put them back in there. I think realistically, some sort of LRM, maybe just an LRM5, or maybe an SRM to help out with brawling a little bit. We don't have streaks or anything. What if we go with SRM6, regular medium lasers, that goes there. We get rid of that, but then we go 3 singles, 4 singles. Oh, I need a ton of ammo. Hold on. I'm still going to go leg on this. You know, we've got 15 armor in the rear, right? If we put it up here, that can disappear quickly. 55 armor down in the leg. I still think that's the better long-term deal. Put that down there, just potentially take a crit. And I think something like that, I mean, it's not huge, it's 13. Alpha damage is 58, which is pretty decent. Heat capacity is okay. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing special, let's be honest, but I think it's okay. It's going to cost us 2.5 mil. And we'll go ahead and fire that thing up. We're going to do a quick paint here. I guess I can do this on individual mechs. Okay. So we've got a heavy lance up here, in theory. We've got 360s, a 70, and a 65. Something along those lines. I think realistically, with dual AC5s and 4 medium lasers, 384 armor, the champion has a little bit more 400. It's a little bit more zombie-esque because nothing's in the arms. 2 medium rifles, I mean, we can still headshot with that. I don't know. We have a pilot for it already. Let's hang on to it for the moment. So we need a pilot for the Jaeger, potentially one for the Vela, maybe one for the Cicada. Maybe we go with, for now, maybe we stick with Coyote for both of them. We throw Oliver into one of these. Maybe the Vela, since we're more likely to have this. Oh, no, we've got Vela for that one. Wait, is Vela alive? Vela's dead, right? Yeah. No more Vela. So I think we throw Oliver in the Warhammer for now, and then we wait to see what he would like to be in the future, and we go for that. And I think that's our build for the moment. So we're back up to 11 mechs. We've got 5 heavies and 6 mediums and 1 super heavy. But let's go ahead and see what trouble we can get into. Let's go. Should we go back up the direction we were at? I don't know what tonnage that's going to be. Let's go as far as Caledonia and see what kind of... well, we're going to ignore it. That's fine. Set course. All right. Despite that huge loop, we're still kind of right where we were. At our biggest, I think we're 255 tons, right? We were 200 before, and we were kind of in this area, the 230 to 270s, trying to do kind of the 200 stuff, right? Whereas now we can kind of look at maybe the 270s, right? Would still be under tonnage a little bit, but potentially. I think, however, we start with the 230. So let's take a look at that one. There's an objective raid. It's a difficulty of, well, no, that's a 200 ton. Well, we could potentially do that. House Steiner, let's go ahead and grab this one. We'll take our salvage, take some cash. We'll confirm.
The mission area is under heavy weather warning. It's going to affect visibility.
So 230 tons. I'm going to go ahead. I might pilot it myself if I'm honest. Put the Jaeger back here. I think for the moment, I'm going to put Oliver in it. I don't believe this is going to be his long-term mech. But he's got 9 on missiles. He's got 10 on projectiles. He'll be good in it. Let us go ahead and maybe we run Coyote in one of the front ones. I'm going to take blue and we'll put Coyote in there. So we'll play a little bit more defensive with this one. That leaves us 115. So we could take... If we take Eckert, that leaves us 65? 55? Let's see, if we put the Wolverine in, where does that put us? 220. So it's 65 in theory. I think the Wolverine's still probably a good choice. I don't have a pilot for it specifically yet. We'll put Eckert in this.
This is Falcon.
So projectiles. Who do we have that likes projectiles? Moreno's got... let's put Swain in it for now. Swain likes ballistics. Oh, hold on. I suppose... Let's do the bottom one first. What do we got here? Got a rifleman. Oh, and some loot.
Asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure.
That's cool that we got some support.
Excellent find, Commander.
That kind of changes my mind a little bit. I was gonna go... Well, hold on. No, I don't think it does. I think I'm still gonna go right and pop this one first. That should give him... Doesn't really. Now, we'll go this way.
Urban Mech.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
More loot in the area. There we go.
We gotta steal this.
Let me grab this.
Siren here. Enemy mech destroyed. Falcon here. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Thank you, Eckert.
Package.
Let's run around this way.
Target acquired.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to
More
it
loot.
in order to pick it up.
Target destroyed.
Is that an SRM turret there? Oh, let's take. I'm gonna grab the loot real fast.
Falcon here. Target destroyed.
Target
Brilliant. Payload acquired.
All right,
target
got it.
destroyed. Target acquired.
Couple little tanks running around through here.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Turret right there. There we go.
Target destroyed.
All right. Eckert's feeling a little bloodthirsty today. All right, let's roll into the next one here.
Assassin.
Got an assassin here.
Target acquired.
Target is down.
Target destroyed.
I think I stepped on him on accident. All right. Some IMS firing. Here, see if we can figure out what I need to kill. Oh, he's just about done.
Bet this'll hurt.
He is done.
This is Falcon. Target destroyed.
All right, let's get into here. Looks like they're already working on it.
Target acquired.
Scratch that target off the list.
Okay, I think that's everything here. Let's cruise on to the next one. As soon as I figure out how to get out. All right, this one's gonna be a little bit more interesting. That was interesting. Weird kind of...
Target juggler.
Ooh, a lot of SRMs, but you know what, buddy? I've got AMS.
Target acquired.
I barely even have to aim.
And more speed than you do.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Target destroyed. New target Vulcan.
that flea going? Come on, little flea. Might have headshot him.
Target acquired.
As I was spraying it around, I realized that the cockpit was glowing orange there. I thought, maybe I got a shot at that. Oops, not quite what I wanted to do. I was going to kind of loop this way. Nope, it's coming around after me. Oh, a short burst. Maybe we take some legs off him. Maybe we just run into stuff and I can't see what I'm doing at all. And we try to get those legs, or we try to get those lasers.
This has your name on it.
I think that's what we did.
Target acquired.
Whoops.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
All right. That wasn't what I came up here for. Oh, they got it already for me. Perfect. Off we go. I don't have to kill anything up there, right?
Target acquired.
No.
Firing from here.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I'm just going to step in here out of his range.
Sights.
Take a couple shots while they finish him.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That was a little bit faster. All right, what else do I got to get? Ah, that one. That one I can't run into as easily.
Target destroyed.
All right, let's.
Target buildings have been destroyed, Commander. Good job.
That was terrible, Eric. I had the easiest shot and I
Location.
whiffed it. There we go.
Target acquired.
I barely even have to aim. Weapon systems down. About to eject.
Oh, I was trying to run around and get that Igor, excuse me, but I was unable to do so.
Target acquired.
I guess we'll see about getting him this way. He's taking some damage. There we go.
Target destroyed. Target
I think I'm out. I mean, I guess we could go and fight the Phoenix Hawk, but I think I'm okay without that. What do we get? AC-10 burst fire, a PPC, okay, and a couple Thumper cannons. Nice. A Phoenix Hawk, which we did successfully leg. Machine guns. Not the one I thought I wanted, though. That one has none of the stuff I wanted. Oh, but we did get these. Those are what I wanted. I just didn't get them quite the way I expected to get them. Vulcan. No. I mean, I guess we could take these to salvage. You know what? I think kind of actually, I'm gonna take I think we'll come down here. We'll go that route. Make some money because we spent a bit to build those mechs. I still managed to do 1,000 damage in the defensive Cicada Blue. Eckert was bloodthirsty, 7 kills. 608, 605 for Swain and the Wolverine. Smelter did just fine. We'll maybe run this one next. I really like this mech. I don't think it's a great mech, but I really like it. And I think we'll probably wrap this one up here. I know it's mostly building on this one. It's a little bit slower, but again, my fever has come and gone about 3 times in the middle of this, and I think that's all I'm ready to handle at the moment. So we'll be back next time, hopefully feeling better. And thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Cheers.